Next up on nicolawood BJJ's exotic food review, we have Goodfellas Pizza.
You guys saw the chicken sandwich on my last video from last week. We got some pepperoni pizza. Let's go ahead and give it one bite. Not Dave Portnoy though. Nice little crunch to it. Not bad. Definitely very greasy. The flop is real, so if I'm giving it like a Dave Portnoy kind of rating, probably like a 7.2 maybe. That's all I got. On to the video. Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier is going down December 11th at UFC 269, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen this card, but it is absolutely stacked. From top to bottom, this card is insane. Sean O'Malley, Dominic Cruz, Ryan Hall, Macy Barber, Cody Garbrandt, Randy Costa, 3 title fights with Figueiredo Moreno, Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunes, and the main event, Oliveira versus Poirier. Honestly, stylistically, this fight is so flipping hard to predict. I mean, if you're looking at each other's records, Oliveira has overall more experience than Dustin Poirier. However, I would argue that Dustin Poirier probably has a little bit more higher quality experience. He's definitely fought higher quality opponents, and he technically has more title fights than the champion Charles Oliveira. Now, just in terms of like a general breakdown, I would say that Poirier probably has the better striking than Oliveira. Definitely the better boxing, probably more power. On the feet, undoubtedly Oliveira is going to have the advantage, especially his jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is insane. Wrestling-wise, I feel like it's going to be pretty neutral. I really think Oliveira may have a hard time getting the fight to the ground with Poirier if he's trying to take the fight to the ground, especially if you look at the Michael Chandler fight. He's going to have to watch out for the guillotine, because when he shot in on Michael Chandler, he had to worry about the guillotine. That guillotine was pretty tight, and Dustin Poirier, that's like his patented move when someone shoots in on him. Even if you ask like Habib said in that fight when he fought Dustin Poirier, that guillotine was super tight, and I believe he even said that Dustin Poirier was probably one of the closest people through his entire career that really put him in any sort of danger. So that is definitely something to look out for. Also, looking back on the Michael Chandler-Charles Oliveira fight, Chandler was really starting to connect on Oliveira, and he clipped him and he hurt him bad. It looked like going to that second round, it could have been like a matter of time before Chandler got his hands on him again and eventually put Oliveira away. Obviously, we saw what happened. Oliveira made the proper adjustment, hit him with that check hook, ended up rocking Chandler, ended up finishing the fight. Now, I don't believe that Poirier is going to be that easy to put away. Regardless, whichever way this fight goes, I see this fight being a war. Undoubtedly, somebody's going to get finished. If you look at Poirier's record, 6 out of his last 8 fights have ended in a finish, whether it's him getting finished, which the only time he got finished was against Habib, or him finishing other people. And then same thing with Charles Oliveira. 8 out of his last 9 fights have ended with him finishing people. The only fight that he didn't get finished was the Tony Ferguson fight, which he absolutely beat the ever-living snot out of Tony Ferguson. But most of the time, if you look at Dustin Poirier's his career and his record, he's been in a lot of wars recently. If you look at the Max Holloway fight or the Dan Hooker fight, he's been in a lot of wars. And if you look at who usually wins those fights, Dustin Poirier is usually the guy that comes out on the winning side of these wars. I believe that Michael Chandler is probably a little bit chinny. I mean, you kind of saw that in some of his Bellator fights, and I believe you kind of saw that with the Charles Oliveira fight. So Poirier is definitely going to be a little bit more durable. I see that now. I probably see this fight playing out on the feet. I think Oliveira has pretty solid striking. I think obviously originally he was known more of as like a grappler or jiu-jitsu guy. His Muay Thai, his kickboxing has really come around, and it looks pretty solid. Now, against somebody against like Poirier has loads of experience against really good strikers, especially training at American Top Team. There's a lot of really good Muay Thai kickboxing type of guys, especially people like blasting those leg kicks. So I really don't think that there's anything that Oliveira is going to do that's really going to make Poirier kind of feel out of his element or just make him uncomfortable. I would definitely probably argue that Poirier has just as much, if not more, power than Michael Chandler. So him connecting on Oliveira may be a little bit dangerous. He definitely has the upper hand in terms of just overall boxing. I personally feel like it's going to be a fairly even fight, and then I feel like Poirier's going to really start wearing on Oliveira, and then Oliveira may start fading away. We've never really seen Oliveira in the deep end in some of these fights. We've seen Poirier in the deep end multiple times, and like I said, Dustin Poirier usually comes out on the winning side when fights go in those late 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. Now, Dustin Poirier is a -158 favorite right now, so that means that the mass consensus in terms of like betting wise, Poirier is the favorite in this fight. I do expect a lot more line movement the closer the fight gets. I really wouldn't be surprised if this fight closes like a pick-em -110 or maybe somewhere in the -120 range. At least that's how I feel this fight playing out. I feel like a lot of people really don't give Oliveira the respect he deserves. Either people are like think that Oliveira is super underrated and he deserves a lot more respect, or people think he's completely overrated and he should be the champion, which I don't agree with at all. I think Oliveira is an incredibly dangerous guy. It's just hard to gauge to see how he's going to perform against somebody like Poirier, because he hasn't fought as many quality opponents like a Dustin Poirier as much
as Dustin Poirier has fought as many high quality opponents. So things are definitely going to be interesting. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys seeing this fight play out. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please be sure to drop a like, share this video if you guys know anyone else that would enjoy my type of content. Please, please, please send my video their way. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow something out of this channel, so all the likes and subscribes, everything you guys do that's free is completely invaluable to me, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later.